Hi everyone, it's Michelle from Country Morning Creations, and I'm here with a flip through I'm really excited about because I did some pretty cool things with this journal I've never really done before. The first thing you may notice is on the cover there is this gorgeous piece, and this I actually made myself using molds from Prima and resin, and so it's a resin mold that I've glued to the front of this book and then added some Prima flowers and some leaves as well. Excuse me. One of the things you'll notice though that is similar, I have used this muslin before. I love the look of this muslin, and it is a curved spine, and it's made out of a real hard, it's a wood product that is kind of a chipboard, but it's made out of wood, not cardboard, so you won't get the warping issues that you can get with cardboard. And I did not want a big fluffy bow on this, so on the closure I've done 2 Tim Holtz claw clips, and there is this beautiful little tiny cameo that's on it. I wanted this to kind of have more of a Victorian feel to it. That's kind of always been my favorite era. I love the gowns from that time period, the hairstyles, just the furniture especially. So that was kind of the feel I was going for this. It has over 100 pages, and on top you'll see that it has 4 tabs, and then this is sticking out from some of the tags that I made, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about these tags here in a minute, and that's some of the unusual things I've done in here. So onto the inside, and on the inside you'll see that I actually have this. It doesn't look, you can't really see it very well, but this is actually a vellum pocket that I have printed on, and in the front I have a envelope. It's actually an envelope, and I didn't glue it together because I figured you could actually write inside of this if you wanted to. Inside of the envelope has another little mini notebook that can be used, and then that all just tucks back inside of this. And then I have several digital papers I have used from my Porch prints. And Stephanie has gorgeous rose, different variety of rose prints over there. So the predominant one that I've used is Faded Roses, hence the name for this journal is Faded Roses. But I've also used some of her dictionary pages, and I think that's pretty much it. But everything here is from Stephanie's My Porch Prints. I have added some lace on the side. However, I have not done any sewing in this. I realize not everybody is into having stuff sewn in their journal, much less have threads hanging everywhere. Personally, I love threads everywhere. That's kind of my favorite thing. But not everybody does, and I wanted this to have more of a clean feel to it. So I did not do any sewing. There's no sewing on any of the tags or pages in here. Now I promised I would tell you a little bit about these. These tabs are all removable. They are, I believe it was Tina Crafty Pantaloons who did a tutorial on making altered paperclip tabs, and so I followed along with hers and made these. Not everybody likes tabs, or maybe you don't like where I put them, so now there's the option to actually put them where you want. So there's 4 tabs in here, and of course it's my 28-pound Hammermill copy paper that has been coffee dyed with acid neutral coffee that I neutralize using baking soda. And I have done some stenciling, which goes beautifully. You'll see kind of a damask look to these papers, and so I wanted to mimic that as well on some of these pages. This is this 1920 genuine ledger paper. This is not a printable. This is actually from my ledger collection that I have, and yes, I have a ledger problem if you saw the pile of them that I have. Each signature is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch individually knotted in. I know that there's a lot of people, and even Nick the Booksmith teaches people how to sew all the signatures together. I'm just not comfortable with that. I like to sew every single signature in individually. And then the thread that I've used, this is actually a crochet thread that was my grandmother's. So I love using that vintage stuff. Now you'll notice that I have 6 of these vellum pockets that I've added lace to the top, and they are, each one is stuffed full because this kit came with a whole lot of ephemera and I couldn't resist printing it all out. So there are all kinds of journal cards, and what I have used is, instead of just dressing these with a brown ink, I've used the Tim Holtz black soot, and you can tell that I always rest my ink dauber on top of it, but I've done everything in the black soot. And then I've also handmade several large tags. I like having large tags, and these were all printed out onto cardstock, so they're good and sturdy and will hold up, and they're great for writing on the back. So lots of blank pages. When I say I have a journal that has lots of room for writing, I actually mean it. I know a lot of people say they have journals with lots of room for writing, but when it comes down to the actual pages that are blank, there aren't that many. Mine, I do about a 2/3 to 3/4 blank pages to about 1/3 to 1/4 of regular pages or printed on pages. And you can write right over this, it'll still show up. So that I count as a writing page. This all comes through beautifully. This is actually, wait a minute, let me go back and look at this. This is from a math book from the late 1800s, believe it or not. So I have some great old ephemera in here. Again, a movable tab. And again, another vellum pocket. I don't know, I love vellum, and I think that on these blanker pages, it's gorgeous. So we have tags. We have a couple of coin envelopes. The coin envelopes are empty, as well as they are not glued down, so you could hide something inside of that. There are these gorgeous cards. Every single one of them is just simply gorgeous. I love, love, love this printable kit. And so let's tuck all of this back in real quick, and we will move on to a few more stuffed, I mean really stuffed pockets. This has serious alligator mouth. I also have some avocado dyed paper in here. This I did myself. And I think I mentioned earlier there are over 100 pages in this journal. This is another thing I've done. Stephanie, part of her thing had these tuck spots, if you will. They were kind of like a small banner, and I turned these also into altered paper clips, so they come right off the page. On this page I have one of the dictionary pages, and you've seen those in here already. And then this is a rather large envelope. Again, I have not glued it shut, so it could be used for journaling as well. And I'm going to put this all back together while I have everything out. And so this just slides right back on. And then on the other side, I've also put another one of these gorgeous journal cards, and this one too that says Hey Works. And these are the dictionary pages that I used. I think those are a lot of fun. I have an Edith Holden page in here. I love Edith Holden. I know people are not fond of the Edith Holden sideways in the book pages, but I personally love them. Again, another tab that can be moved if you would so desire. And I forgot it in my last video too. I forget what this is called, but I love this paper, and you can write on it. It writes really well. So it is a great paper that I've added into my journals. This is a really super stuffed pocket. So it has a tag and then 2 medium-sized or smaller-sized journal cards. This journal card, this really beautiful big one, and another one of my tall tags. So I have really, 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 really stuffed these pockets full. And then some genuine French ephemera. I get my French ephemera from Monahan's Papers. Stephanie over there, she's another Stephanie. And so she has all these papers, and so this is genuine, one of the older papers. So this is from 1924. Here is another one of those altered paper clips that can be moved, and another one of these little journals that I made. And on this side we have quite a few things stuffed in it. Another one of these gorgeous cards. I mean, to me this printable kit is gorgeous. A little postcard, and then another not glued together coin pocket. So those are in there as well. So for those of you who love to write on the backs of those or attach pictures or whatever, you can safely put pictures in here. Everything in here has been acid neutralized. Here's another one of the dictionary pages. More cards. Here's the two bigger cards. Aren't they gorgeous? Love that, and I love all the grays in this. And then a small tag and a medium tag, and this one that says books. So we have all of those things. This is some genuine antique French music, again from Monahan's Papers. More of this stenciling that I've done, and this is the last stuffed pocket that I have made. And this one has the oversized tag, so I printed out a page with that comes in this and then cut it down to tag sizes. I love these super oversized tags. This piece is just gorgeous. I love that. And then there's this card. This one actually has more of a white rose on it than a pink rose. This pink is just gorgeous. It prints out beautifully. And then a small tag. And we come to the end of my journal. And in the corner, you'll see there's my Country Morning Creations. I do it on a clear matte sticker paper and put that on there. And then to close everything, you simply take your clip, and we're going to just clip it all back together. So I think I've gone over everything. Hollow back binding, rounded spine, hardboard. This is a mold that I've done. And I hand painted all of this as well. And over 100 pages of acid neutral coffee dyed paper. So I hope you've enjoyed this flip through. This book will be in my Etsy shop if you are interested. And if it's marked sold, it's already gone then. And so I hope you have enjoyed this little flip through. I hope I've inspired you to be creative today.